Hello and welcome back to Hypnosis Today, where we explore how people are using hypnosis to achieve remarkable things. If you've just joined us, I have two very special guests for my second segment. Well, my first guest is Abby, and she is an honors grad of HMI Distance Education School, and she drove in today to do the show all the way from
Vista, California.
Well, welcome, Abby, and her very special guest, Marquis, who came in to visit Abby to overcome anxiety. Please help me welcome my guests. Marquis, I want to start with you. Tell me, what was going on in your life?
Well, I had a tragic event that happened. A cousin of mine passed away, and with that happening, I went through depression, and one of the side effects was anxiety. And Abby, who is a hypnotherapist, talked me into it because I never thought about it before, going and trying to work on this, and she guided me there and helped me, and so far what we've done, it's working. So yeah.
Well, Marquis, I really understand because, having anxiety and depression, that's a normal reaction to abnormal events, and you get a little bit of this post-traumatic depression or anxiety. In what way was this stopping you from leading a full, complete, and joyous life after your cousin's death? And again, I am so sorry.
Oh, no, yes. I would get really nauseated a lot, and that's what would stop me from going out, and going to work was really hard, but I overcame it, and it was a journey.
I bet. What kind of work do you do?
I'm a cosmetologist.
Excellent.
And yes, I also work in retail. So, but just having her there and guiding me, like I said, through all this has helped me a lot.
Well, I'm going to pick up on something that you said, that at first you didn't think you needed any help. You thought you could just push through it yourself. And that wasn't working so well because it takes a lot of energy to suppress those scary feelings. They just want to keep bursting out. But then you were a little reluctant to even then see a hypnotherapist. What did Abby say to you that convinced you, A, that you needed some assistance, and two, to try hypnotherapy?
Well, the way she convinced me was when I told her the side effects that I did have and what she could do to help me overcome them, was using the words like energy and your mind, and how I have control over my day-to-day living and stuff like that, and how she's helped me remember that and keep note like this is my life and I have control over it, and
very
that back.
Very powerful words.
Yeah.
Was hypnotherapy or hypnosis, was it what you thought it might be?
No, because really I never thought about it until she told me, and I was like, oh, and then she, explained more into me. I got really interested in it, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it,
What did you think about hypnosis from everything you had seen or read or just heard about?
It just, it's hypnosis, and I can help you. So I'm not shy. I don't shy away from anything that can help me.
Very brave.
Yeah, so I'm like, you say it can help, I'll do it. Try it once.
What did it feel like to go into hypnosis with Abby?
Oh, it felt great, like while I was going, it was really relaxing and really calming. Her voice is very calming, so it put me in that state of, security, and I was calm, and yeah.
Abby, hypnosis for any kind of post-traumatic events, can you talk us through it a little bit and tell us what you would do for anyone who's having this normal reaction to abnormal events?
Oh yes. First of all, we did our inductions. We brought her into hypnosis.
What kind of induction did you use?
We used arm raising with her.
Wait, so I'm going to stop you because what did you think when Abby just used words to make the hand lift and rise, going higher and higher, light as a feather? Did your arm go up?
It didn't go up all the way, but it definitely was moving there, and I was like, oh, afterwards, like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it really does work,
Did it help cement the belief that something unusual and extraordinary is happening there?
Yes.
Good for you.
Yeah.
And I'm really impressed because a lot of people with any kind of post-traumatic stress, sometimes you disassociate from the body. And for you to be able to get that lightness in the feelings and the fingers, I'm not surprised it didn't go all the way up. I'm very impressed it went up at all.
Yeah.
Good. And then what?
We had a lot of jerking and pulling also, of course. So then I also saw that it was getting really hard for her to bring it up. We also moved into a arm rigidity test that seemed to work better for her to release, get the tension into one area, press that pressure point and release the tension. And that seemed to get her even deeper as I saw her going into hypnosis. So when we were in hypnosis, I brought her to a serene place that she can feel comfortable in and get all her knowledge and bring it back. We did a lot of deepening techniques, and we did a staircase therapy, which you see yourself in the mirror. You're gonna take it all in, who you are, who you wanna be. And as you walk down these steps, you're gonna take all this in with you till you get to the floor, and counting down from 20. Then we go to a room. It's a control room of your mind, something you wanna see. And there's lots of knobs on there. You can dial down your anxiety to the level that's comfortable for you, hopefully 0, and release it and take it all in. All these words that she gave me were great, like oneness, bliss, total self-confidence, things like that.
Now, I'll tell you what I love about that is you were able, with your logic and reason, which is a tiny little part of your mind, your logic knew what you needed and what you wanted to feel peaceful, to feel blissful, to feel at one. It was just a subconscious mind that was saying, this is not very safe. When you were in that relaxed state and you saw yourself at the top of the staircase, could you get a strong image of yourself, confident and re-engaged in life?
Oh yeah, yeah. And especially when she talks about my safe space, I think about that the most. When I'm going, through day to day and I'm having problems, I think of that space, and that just gets me through the day. Really.
What was the safe place that you created? Can you describe it to us?
I had her go into maybe like nature-esque place that was favorable to her nature, and I wanted her to take a walk through it, breathe it in, feel it, look around you, and actually smell it. We did all of the senses so that she can feel totally complete, like this is my space. And I wanted her to envision a tree of life in front of her and to go sit by the tree and feel the wind and take it all in to your pores, and also just take whatever she can listen to around her, take it all in. And if somebody visited her, I had her talk to them.
Did an inner guide or a presence reveal itself to you?
No, it did not, but I can sense those. It's
so
not
you could sense it, but you didn't see it, but you could sense it. What was that presence like, the one that you sensed?
It was very calming and protective, I would say.
See, now it's one thing, Marquis and Abby, to be able to feel safe, feel protected, to feel that very soothing, protecting presence in hypnosis. But what do you do, Abby, to get Marquis to take that feeling of safety up into a full waking state where we all live most of our day?
Yeah, we basically went through those. We also did a trauma therapy, which is circle therapy, to bring these all back.
Oh, a trauma therapy, which is circle therapy.
Yeah.
Can you explain that in case we have any lay people in our audience or watching at home? Okay,
in another session we did circle therapy, which we were bringing up in the safety of my office, my area, and with her permission, going to that space where we have all those traumatic issues and those old conditions and those things we don't want, and bringing them up, reverse them, replace them with what she's wanting in her life now, confidence and self-control and ability to be comfortable, and replacing it, bringing it up, replacing it, and reversing it, and making sure that each time we're visiting that traumatic state, it's getting suppressed by those positive suggestions, and until it's gone completely.
Was it scary bringing up the trauma, even in the safety of Abby's room?
Yeah, I mean, going through it, I was, it still gets a little emotional, but afterwards I feel so much better.
Well, of course, but you know what the interesting thing is? You can experience two things of an opposite nature at the same time. So you can get that feeling of trauma again, and then when you release it,
it'll cool off.
It's like venting it out, and venting it out, and venting it out even more. So though it was scary, you feel better now. I want you, Marquis, to tell us, what's your life like now since you visited Abby? And I want to hear about it professionally, personally, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually. You tell us.
Well, I will say before before doing this. I mean, I couldn't even walk out of the house without getting nauseated and sick to my stomach, and I mean, I was at the worst. And doing this has brought the light back that I used to have, you know, and I feel more confident, I feel strong, I'm happy, you know, I feel like nothing can stop me. I can conquer my world that I have, you know, that I think about and set out for myself, and it's really helped me. It's like what I needed.
It sounds so liberating and so freeing.
Yeah.
And you are going to continue to have the life that you deserve in joy and bliss and oneness, using your words.
Oh, thank you.
Abby, can you give us one post-hypnotic suggestion to help everybody who may be having some post-traumatic type of stress to be able to return to a life of joy?
Yes, one of the things we did was having a dream release therapy where in early morning dreams she would vent out any built up things that she hasn't dealt with and release them through the dream process and wake up like more refreshed, and we can talk about it in our next session and, you know, try to decode it so it's not so scary. Keep doing that till they're more present dreams and more happier things.
So I love using the dream process to vent out any residual stress. What a beautiful, beautiful story, and thank you for walking us through it. It appears we're out of time for today, but I know that everybody is going to want to contact you and learn how to use hypnosis to relieve and release those old negatives. And you can reach Abby Sigmund at hmigrads.com. I want to thank Marquis for coming and sharing your very personal and intimate, but really joyous story with us.
Yes, no problem.
I want to thank everyone in the studio audience and those of you watching at home. My name is Lisa Mackenberg, and I hope you'll join us next time when we meet more people and explore how they are using hypnosis today. But please stay tuned. We have a lot more coming up for you on Hypnosis TV. Marquis and Abby.
Through depression, and one of the side effects was anxiety, and Abby, who is a hypnotherapist, you know, talked me into it because I never thought about it before, you know, going and trying to work on this, and she guided me there and helped me, and so far what we've done, it's working.
Is to achieve remarkable things. If you've just joined us, I have two very special guests for my second segment. Well, my first guest is Abby, and she is an honors grad of HMI Distance Education School, and she drove in today to do the show all the way from
Vista, California.
Well, welcome, Abby, and her very Hello and welcome back to Hypnosis Today, where we explore how people are using hypnosis.
So, yeah.
Well, Marquis, I really understand because, you know, having anxiety and depression, that's a normal reaction to abnormal events. And you get a little bit of this post-traumatic depression or anxiety. In what way was this stopping you from leading a full, complete, and joyous life after your cousin's death? Special guest, Marquis, who came in to visit Abby to overcome anxiety. Please help me welcome my guests. Marquis, I want to start with you. Tell me, what was going on in your life?
Well, I had a tragic event that happened. A cousin of mine passed away, and with that happening,